Hey, yo, what up? I'll get straight to it. So, when you can and when it makes sense, see how you can collaborate with your competition. This is not common. This is not easy. This is something that I'm speaking to myself as much as I'm speaking to you. But when you can, see how you can collaborate with your competition, because when you do, you will foster a mindset of abundance. But when you this competition as see all your competition as the enemy and you're trying to hoard everything for yourself, you will foster a mindset of scarcity. And, you are what you think, as cliche as it is. And if you foster a mindset of abundance, abundance will flow. If you have a scarcity mindset, then things will be scarce. I'm not talking about some foo-foo stuff. This is what it's been for me. This is how I've seen it. That whole, that whole term, plenty of fish in the sea or whatever, to me, that applies to money as well. So if you look at the sea, and let's say that fish represent money, some people go to the sea and they have a pole and they get their fish. And that person with the pole represents somebody who has a day job, right? They're getting their fish with their pole, go home, they're good. And then you have somebody who has a fishing line and they're catching fish, more of it, and they're doing it a little more efficiently. That person has a small business, right? The fishing line, to me, represents a small business. So you have the pole, day worker, fishing line, small business. Then you have somebody else who has a big old ship with big old nets, and they're catching a bunch of fish at once. That's going to be a corporation. So you have the person with the pole, the day job. You have the fishing line, the small business, and you have the big old boat with big old nets. That's the corporation. All those three combined are not going to get all the fish in the sea. There is just too many. By the way, my name is Chris Ray. I'm a husband, father, and entrepreneur. I make these videos to help other business owners I connect with make more money. Let me give you an example, a real life example of how we're doing this right now. So we have a marketing agency, and we help home service contractors, plumbers, electricians, people who do HVAC, all that. That's who we service. Early January or early 2023, starting around January, things got rough for plumbers. And it had to do with things that were we could have done better in some areas, but there's a lot of things that were out of our control. There's some things happening with Google and Apple right now. That's a whole nother video. But there's some things that are happening that are way bigger than a lot of us. And it's impacting a lot of businesses. So our plumbers were having a rough year in early 2023. And we're like, what the heck? We're not doing anything that we didn't change anything. It's been working for years. Why is it not working right now? So as a result, our plumbers got fed up. Our plumbing company, some of them got fed up. They needed somebody to blame. They blame us and they left. We lost like 5 of them, which is unheard of for us because we don't lose a lot of clients or big at retaining. And we noticed that 3 of the 5 were going to this competitor who was using AI technology to get leads. And my business partner, shout out to him because he was brilliant. He reached out to this competitor. Now, let me educate you on the marketing world. It's cutthroat out here. Like, it's grimy. It gets grimy. And there's a lot of unscrupulous companies to produce really shady stuff. People are not forthcoming with information. It's all scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. So when I found out that he called this competitor, I was like, damn, bro, what an exercise in humility. We lost 3 companies to them. He decided to reach out and see what they were doing. I didn't think anything was going to come of it, though, because although he had an abundance mindset, I did not expect them to. Turns out they end up booking a meeting. We all meet and we find out that we jive with these people. We're vibing with them, man. We have the same values. We view things the same way. And so then what do? We collaborated. They have this AI service and this AI technology that we don't. We have this other marketing service, SEO, PPC, website building, all this stuff that they don't want to handle. What do? You have this strength. We have this strength. Let's come together and see how we can make money. And that's what we're doing. And it is crushing it right now. Crushing it. And then I got to thinking, I go to these, they're called a mastermind. So imagine like a club of people who are in the same like realm as you. So it's like a mastermind of like these high-level marketers, or a club of these high-level marketers who pay a bunch of money to be around them. And I'm around cats who are doing numbers that are just like I can't even fathom. This is like play money numbers. They're just nuts. They're crushing it. And the guys and girls that I see do very well at the highest level, I start thinking, the way they talk and the way they go about business, they know that there's just plenty of it out there for everybody. And I know a few others who easily have a scarcity mindset. What I noticed is the ones with abundance mindset draw other people to them. They draw other people who have the same type of mindset to them. And guess what happens? They partner up and they make even more money together. Scarcity people want everything to themselves. Things are scarce and it remains that way. They don't really expand. So the main idea here is when you can, see if you can collaborate with your competition, if it makes sense. And I'm not saying that I don't live in a dream world. Even though you might open up your mind to collaborating with your competition, it doesn't mean that they will. When you find somebody that you vibe with, that you are in sync with, and you have a strength that they're weak in, and they have a strength that you're weak in, and you come together and combine, you can do a lot of things. And again, this is not theory. I'm telling you something that I'm doing right now. And then it's not just the small businesses that find out how to collaborate, even big corporations. So you have Apple and Samsung. They are heavy competitors, but guess what? They collaborate. Apple gets a lot of parts from Samsung for their phones. So even though they compete, they're competitors. Apple gets the parts that they need. Samsung's making extra money. They collaborated. Then you have Coca-Cola and Pepsi, or McDonald's, Burger King, or Nike and Adidas. They do like public relations type stuff together, PR stuff. So they're fierce competitors within their given niche. When it comes to giving back to the community, that's a good look for both of them. And them working together to make that happen is an even better look. So that's what they do. So if these companies, these corporations who are making $1 bajillion can do it and find ways to do it, then what that say about me and you? When it makes sense, see how you can collaborate with your competition. And I know I just said it, but we live in a reality, right? It's not always going to be feasible. You may be in an area where, let's say, most of your competition is assholes, and you can't collaborate with, you haven't found anybody to collaborate with, and you worked on your abundance mindset. You're trying to work together, and you see the path to making a bunch of money together, and they're just like, no, they have a scarcity mindset. Well, that's on them. That's on them. You can't do anything about it, right? But be cognizant of this. Be cognizant of how you talk about your competition, especially if they're assholes. So let me give you an example. Again, I told you I'm in the marketing world, agency world, and it's cutthroat. It is grimy. And then when you come to the marketing world for home service contractors, these people take advantage of the home service contractors because these plumbers don't know nothing about plumbing. They turn wrenches, man. Right? They know they're blue collar people. They don't know about technology, this and that. Somebody comes in, a lot of companies come in, take advantage of them. And we see it over and over and over again. And we survive because we're 100% word of mouth. Like, we take care of people. We care for them. They go tell other companies, and that's how we get our business, 100%. So I still have to say this. I am in a world full of assholes, man. Like, straight up. But I don't talk bad about them. And let me tell you why. So I might be selling a client. This happens over. I get a client from a company that I know lacks scruples. I know this company straight up shady. I know it, right? But what I do is I don't come in bashing the company, which I could. And I have all this evidence why I could bash it straight up, and I want to so bad. What I do is I just start presenting the facts. The facts, right? Oh, they said that you're getting your leads for this. Well, from what I saw, it really looks like this, that, and the other. I start presenting the facts and the data and telling the story, and you can watch the person put the puzzle pieces together to see, and they start to recognize they're getting screwed. And I didn't crap on the company. I just presented the facts. Now, why do I do it like that? To me, like, we all have been around this type of person. There's somebody that just talks negative about everybody around them. There's that type of person. We all have seen them. They have crap to say about everybody around them. And let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that 99% of the time, they're right. They are very good at pointing out all the faults around in the people around them. All right. So they're right. Okay. But how does that make you feel when you're around them? How do you feel about that person when you're interacting with them? You don't feel that good, do you? Right? Because you're not remembering all these facts that they have about other people. You just remember how they make you feel. And it's the same for your clients and your customers. Your competition might be a butthole, straight up, right? But if you just come in talking crap about I just came in talking crap about all these other marketing companies that I know are shady, that customer is going to get that negative vibe from me, period, even if I'm right. So I don't talk about them. I just put it all together, and let that person, the customer, figure it out themselves. And then now, what do they feel about me? They feel enlightened, because nobody wants to be screwed over. So they look at me like a hero. I'm not a hero, but they're like, thank you for telling me this. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Now, even though I presented all these facts, they're going to remember all those facts. They're going to remember me as the guy who enlightened them. They don't remember what I told them or what I said. They remember how I make them feel. So again, if you can, collaborate with your competition and see how you guys can make money together. But if you can't, be cognizant of how you talk about them, especially to your customers. I hope that helps. Appreciate you watching. Peace. Hey, yo, real quick before you go, if you're liking this, I am forming a community of business owners that I vibe with. I haven't formed it yet, but I am forming it. And if you're interested in joining that community, it's going to be for free. But if you're interested in joining it, go to this channel, like my channel or whatever. And there should be an about section. If you go to that about section within my channel, you should see my email there. Just send me an email and let me know. Send me a message. And if you're a good fit and we vibe, then when that community gets formed, you can join it. Again, the community is free. I just want to make sure that we have the right people in there. And then also, if you're liking these videos, please like and subscribe. I don't really care about it blowing up. It's just what it does is when you like and subscribe and me and you are aligned, then other people like me and you will have an opportunity to see these videos, and then we can grow the group further. And again, the point of that group is for all of us to make money. We all have different strengths. We'll create a community, or I want to create a community where we take those strengths and help each other make money. Anyways, I hope this helps. I appreciate it. See you. Bye.